This has been from Bare Knuckle Boys. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. So, not to discredit any of the other talent from some of the other female bare knuckle fighters, but I got to throw this out here right now. This guest I have on here is, in my opinion, the current strongest, most powerful, most ruthless, most feared, most brutal, and scariest woman in the entire roster of American bare knuckle fighters alive today. Watching this girl fight, I think, could be compared to watching a shark hunt its prey in the water. It looks natural, and the results are always bloody. Introducing Christine Ferea, self-proclaimed Misfit, with a bare-knuckle record of 4 wins opposite 1 defeat that went to a decision. I'm talking to a living legend today, and I couldn't be more excited. So, Miss Ferea, I want to start this out by asking you a question about your history here. So, how far back does fighting go in your life? If anyone has followed you in your public life and checked out some of the older interviews, they might already know that back in the early 2010s or so, you started doing martial arts as a way to get in shape, and it evolved into a competitive environment. But for you, before that moment, did you grow up in a violent background of any kind, or did you get into scuffles as a younger girl?
Didn't we all? Isn't that normal?
I think for fighters it certainly is, but I wanted to hear your story.
I don't know. I mean, I thought everyone, every human, it's human nature. I believe violence is human nature. We've all been, what is the word called? What's the word? God, it slipped my mind right now. Sorry, I'm in the store. Civilized. Okay. I'm sorry. We've all been civilized, and we all know how to act and handle things without violence, but it's a natural human, instinct to handle things with violence. And I think a lot more respect comes along in life when there's a consequence possibly holding violence. And I think a lot more people in life would have a lot more respect if they were going to get punched in the fucking mouth when they got smart with somebody else. So yeah, my violence has been very, very, I'm very familiar with violence. Of course, it was, I guess you want to say, toxic when I was growing up, and then got into fights, moved in certain neighborhoods that didn't like where we came from, so we had to defend ourselves and fight for whatever we had to fight for, like just like many other people across the country and the world have to do, that people don't speak of. It's natural. It's shit happens in people's lives. People who don't fight and run away, I don't know. I mean, that's their choice. I don't hold any that against anybody, however they handle their problems or their business. But I mean, I don't pick on people that don't deserve it, or I don't just pick on someone smaller than me. But if you have a problem, I'm gonna solve it, whether you're big, small, male, female.
What was the age that you got into your first scuffle or fight of that you would consider a fight anyway?
Me and my brother went at it. No, but me and my brother, we beat each other's ass. But my first fight, one that I remember. Oh, I remember I was playing tetherball, and this guy was being super rude and mean to me, and I punched him in the nose and bloodied his nose, and that was my first fight.
He must have been quite embarrassed.
Maybe. I mean, we were pretty young, so probably like 3rd grade or something, 4th grade, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you have to go see the principal for that?
I don't think so. I don't think anybody caught me for that, or maybe it was because I was a girl. I didn't get in trouble.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So my next question I have is kind of related to your exercise routine and things. You obviously need to put a ton of work into the gym to get to where you are, right, and the fight camp to achieve what you have. But what percentage of your abilities would you say you could possibly contribute to being natural talent and maybe genetics, as opposed to what you had to like work for? Obviously you have to work for a ton of it, but is there any percentage of it you think is actually like just in your blood?
Oh yeah, definitely in my blood. My first practice, and I got the shit beat out of me because of my attitude. But I was smiling the whole way through. After I was sitting at the end and just smiling, and it was like something that ignited in me, that I was like, oh my God, okay, these girls beat the shit out of me and some guys, and I just want to get better to beat the shit out of them. Yeah. So I think it is something very natural in me, and thank you, very natural and very it's something. I was born to do this. Period.
Yeah.
I probably would have been a gladiator back in the day. I don't know. I don't know females. I don't know if females could have done that. I don't know, but something that I probably would have tried to sign up for.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well, I think bare knuckle can be
yeah,
compared to being like a modern gladiatorial sport of sorts.
absolutely, absolutely.
And on the related topic of training, do you think, as far as as training goes, do you think it's better for female fighters to spar with men or with women? Because I've heard different things from different people. Some people suggest to spar with men because as a generality, they can be more of a test on women to spar with. But other people say that you should spar with the type of people that you're going to be facing in the ring, and they suggest that female fighters spar with other female fighters for boxing matches at the very least. Where do you stand on that?
I spar men. That's all I spar. I get the shit beat out of me all the time,
Hmm.
and I feel like I'm always getting beat up in training. I'm always getting defeated because, of course, men are stronger, faster.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some guys that I can, of course, outskill and overpower and be faster than, but I don't pick those guys. I pick guys that are way better than me, way stronger than me, a little bit heavier than me, but know how to work with me so they don't hurt me.
Yeah.
Like to the point where I can't fight for my bout. So I prefer men.
Okay.
Nothing against women. Of course I love women.
Yes.
But I love women, of course. But I like sparring with men, and I feel like I progress a little bit faster. And
And as you said, you've been sparring
yeah,
with men
that's
since
it.
you were a little girl, with you beating the shit out of your brother, right?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, poor brother. And then he got big enough for me, bigger, way bigger. Like he's like 6'2", 6'3".
Well, out of
So
curiosity,
I mean,
what's
he
he
got
do
bigger than
now?
me, and he beats people. No, I'm just kidding. He's a construction guy.
Okay.
He works construction. Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure that
A hardworking man.
he does he ever talk to you about how he was training you from the very beginning?
Yeah, all my guy friends tell me that. They tell me they're the reason why I am who I am. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, speaking of you being who you are, I wanted to get into some of the background stuff, if you could. We often see like bare knuckle. Sometimes the biggest negative voices in some people's lives in the sport are actually coming from people who are close to them. Like, sure, you'll have haters online and stuff, but I've heard that sometimes people's friends or family members or even significant others or their exes, that in these people in their lives, they try and like hold you back from reaching your full potential in the martial arts careers more than a lot of other things. Did you have
Yeah,
anything like that happen, and how did you solve that issue? Did you cut those people out of your
yeah.
lives, or did you try and reform them?
Oh, I tried to reform them like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept a lot of people around that I should have kept around, and it held me back a lot. And I mean, it's a learning experience. It's something that I learned from. I was married to somebody for a long time that wasn't good for me. I've had coaches in the past tell me to retire. You know, I mean, I've had a lot of different people, a lot of men trying not to have me in the gyms, and a lot of different things. And I just never listened. I always stayed focused, and I have such a deep passion for what I do that nothing could stop me. And
Yeah, I think that
if
stubborn attitude defines you.
oh yeah, I'm very stubborn. That's going to be hard to put me down, that's for sure. Just because, plainly, I just don't give up, because I just don't. I
Yeah.
just don't.
You don't have it in you, right?
I don't. I don't know what I would do. I don't know how to give up.
Because
Even
this
if it
keeps
was
you on the right path, wouldn't you say? Like, this keeps you probably, if you didn't have this, maybe you couldn't reach your full potential, right?
Absolutely not. I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I would be very distracted with other destructive things.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be the person I am. I wouldn't know how to push myself in a positive way. I wouldn't know how to overcome when you're tired. When you're in the gym, it's not just when you're in the gym pushing yourself, and you got to keep pushing no matter what, because you're tired, because you have somebody else that's going to beat your ass,
Yeah.
or training to beat your ass. It's very motivating, and it teaches you to do the same thing in life. It transfers over into life. I don't care what anybody says. Fighting is not a negative thing.
Yeah.
If like you got some assholes out there that will learn how to fight and then go maybe beat up their girlfriends or whoever, those are just bad people. you know. But I feel like this teaches a lot of respect. Like I said at the beginning of the show, teaches you respect, teaches you to be humble. It gives you a consequence, a physical consequence. When you're going to feel physical pain, you're going to think twice about doing something. So it plays off into life, and it helps me in my life and the decisions I make. And I have big goals and dreams, so it keeps me in checks. Like, okay, that person over there that person over there told me fuck you, but I don't want to go beat his ass because I'm going to go to jail and then I'm going to lose out on my world title shot, or I'm going to lose out on my.
He's not worth the money.
No, exactly. I don't fight anybody unless I'm getting paid, baby. So I'm up. Hey, I'm up for hire.
Yeah, exactly. If you have enough time, could you share a story from your childhood or your teenage years that maybe most influenced you and turned you into the person you are today?
Into the fighter I am, or
the person you are today? Like you're
person.
Yeah, you know, maybe not even related to fighting. If it is related to fighting, I'd love to hear that story. But if it's not,
an experience. Yeah, you know, there's in school, you know, I've always I'm a misfit. My name's Misfit, right? Yeah. I'm different in every way. The way I look, the way I act, the way I talk, the way I present myself, the way I demand things, the way I do things, right? So it's been like that ever since I've been a little kid. So there was a teacher, I was getting in trouble. I don't know what the hell I was doing, being a kid probably. And she would always fuck with me. And she literally physically grabbed me and was physically disciplining me. And I was a kid. I was a third grade or fourth grade maybe or something like that. And I just know that from that experience, and she told, I had to go into the office. They got called into the office with my mom, and she said, we just never experienced a kind like hers.
Yeah.
You know, we don't know. We've never had to deal with a kind like her. So I sat back and I was like, I'm a kid, you know, like a kind like me, right? And I'm just like, it made me really resent authority.
Yes.
And it made me really want to be the best in everything I did. So people couldn't push me down. Okay, I'm different, but you know what? I'm better than you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Was this back in the 80s when it was more common for teachers to still
probably like 90s. Probably like 90s. Yeah, probably like 90s. So it's like, yeah, it was back then where shit was a little bit different.
Yeah.
I mean, and it wasn't even as bad as like my parents' days. Like that was even worse. I don't know. But I just remember being so angry and just so like you're so little you can't do anything.
Yeah.
You're so like
you feel so powerless.
Feeble. You are powerless as a kid.
Yeah.
You know? And that's why I have
so you don't want to feel vulnerable like that again. So you better yourself the way you do, and you make yourself stronger, right?
Yeah, I made myself nobody's gonna fuck with me.
No, you know? No one will. If anyone knows, if anyone even looks at you, I think it'd be suicide to try and fuck with you.
Yeah, I think that I built the image and the weapon that I needed to protect myself.
Yes. All right. Well, I want to get into a question related to upcoming match you got coming in. So, in your opinion, is Britt really worthy of a rematch with you right now? There are so many girls that want a shot at you right now, and while she has a decent record, it's undeniable that you definitively beat her before. Do you think Britt needed to work a little harder and get some more fights under her belt, or do you deem her worthy for the rematch yet?
I believe that I don't think she's worthy of anything, to be honest with you, but I mean, who am I? So the thing is she's there for the title. She's number 2 at this point. So she's there. Do I want to fight her again? No. She was running her mouth, so I want to beat her ass, but
yeah.
I mean, do I feel like she gets it? I mean, it is what it is. No, I don't like the chick. I don't like what she stands for. I think she's a ratchet. I think she's ghetto. I don't think she's professional at all. I don't think she's a champion. She's never been a champion, not even an amateur. I don't even know if she has an amateur career. But no, I mean, it is what it is. I'm focused on her right now. It's tunnel vision on kill Britain. No heart ratchet right now.
Yeah, okay? Yeah. As you said last time, you don't want it to go to the scorecards again. You're gonna go knockouts for the rest of your career is your goal, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. I when I heard that she was getting the match, I was like, there's so many other girls that I think at least deserve a shot against you.
Yeah,
more than her, because she already had her chance. I mean, I know
you're
that
right.
there's money on the line for it, but it's still I'm excited to still see the fight. It's just that I feel like it's not fair to some of the other girls who are rising up and they want a shot. I think that they
Yeah,
do deserve a shot, and Britt already had her
right.
shot. And I don't know. As a viewer,
Yeah,
it's a little disappointing.
yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people, I get a lot of messages. They want to see me beat the shit out of her. They're
Yeah.
like, finally, gonna shut this bitch up,
Yeah.
and yeah, I guess, the person that does it, I'm just grateful for the shot Dave Feldman gave me to have the title shot. The way things are going in combat sports right now, I feel like I'm even lucky I even got a shot,
Yeah.
because certain images that want to be portrayed, etc. Louder mouth. I'm not the loudest fighter in the world,
Yeah.
and I'm not out there making a bunch of noise. I do work. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I
I
do
think of
fucking
you more
work.
like the silent killer.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you're like
So
Michael Myers. You're coming up slowly, but you can't be stopped. It doesn't matter
mhm,
how many bullets we put in you. You're just gonna keep coming forward.
yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. And the thing is Britain thinks that she has my number. She just I don't know if she's such a great actress that she's that confident, but I mean, I don't know where in her, or she's that stupid. She might be that dumb. I don't know. But I mean, there's always a puncher's chance. I'm not going to underestimate in any way. I prepare for every opponent, just like Mayweather says, I prepare for every opponent the same, no matter who they are. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I'm going to work hard as fuck. I'm going to fucking kill myself in training, as I always do. And I'm going to run through her like she's a 2-year-old, like I did last time.
Do you find that you can socially you get along better with men or women? Like obviously you're gay, but
Right.
uh
I think a lot of I love having dudes as friends, because I know, like, it never turns into a sexual relationship.
yeah.
Like, if it's like kind of like a guy with a girl. It's like, I mean, how many girlfriends do you really have that you really aren't going to end up fucking?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, it's just kind of the same thing. I kind of like, especially if I'm with somebody, I kind of like keep my distance with women, because I try not to,
Do you
like,
think it's
cross
true that
lines.
for lesbians, women also weaken legs?
I mean, I think for women, for sex, so for sex during fight camp and stuff like that, I feel like it's a relief. It's
Yeah.
a stress reliever.
Yeah.
So I feel like that kind of weakens your mind and it weakens your body, because then you get that stress relief through sex.
Hmm.
And then you're not taking it out on your training, and you're not
Right.
taking it out on your sparring partners, and you know what I'm saying? So
So
you
do you
want
not
that.
try to
I
do many
want that.
stress relief things when you're in fight camp and stuff? Do you not do any massages or
I
anything like
try.
that?
No, I do massages to keep my body intact,
Okay.
and I do all that. But and then I do meditative stuff during that usually, you know. But I try not to have too much stress relief in terms of sexual stuff during my camps, because it's just so relieving and great
Yeah.
that I don't want anything great right now. Like, I'm cutting weight, I have to focus. I'm cutting weight and I got to focus, and I'm focusing on violence. Like,
Right.
my whole world revolves around this.
So does
To
your
want
do you find you get the best results from torturing yourself then, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think a fight is? That
Yeah.
shit ain't fun. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Well, it
I
can
mean,
be.
I have fun doing it. But I mean, when you're getting cracked, especially, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not fucking fun. You know what I
No.
mean? So you have to be mentally prepared for that in every way. And
Yeah.
that's what people don't understand. They're out there smoking weed and drinking and doing what they want. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, and people are like, oh, it doesn't affect my performance. I'm like, you don't think it does, dude.
Yeah.
You're relieving your tension. You're going off in another world when you're high. Like, when I do edibles, because I love edibles and I love getting high and I love, having some drinks and stuff. But I go off and I forget everything, any
Yeah.
kind of problems that
Yeah.
I have. So I don't want that. I want to have to figure out everything when I'm in camp, and
Yeah.
deal with it, endure every fucking painful moment that I have. It
Yeah.
sucks.
Yes, yeah. I think that when you deprive yourself of those kind of intoxicants that sort of separate you from reality, you can stay focused more on what the task at hand is and what the goal is. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, I think that you're totally right there. These people that say like, "Oh yeah, it doesn't affect me at all," I think that they aren't reaching their full potential. Like if they could just focus more on the fight.
Imagine.
Maybe they could be at
Yeah.
your level.
Well, maybe they are at my level and they still do it, but they could be better.
Yeah, of course. Of course,
They
they're
could
not
be
reaching the full
better.
greatness.
I don't think so. That's
Yeah.
my opinion, though. Everybody has an opinion, and they'll say no because I mean they don't want to accept that they're cheating themselves. Of course they don't. You know, why would you want to face that and say that out loud? You're not going to.
Yeah.
Period. You're not
I
going
totally
to.
agree. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I have another question. Since I have a female fighter here to ask the question to, do you think that it is actually an advantage to have smaller tits as a female fighter?
What do you mean? Oh,
Like,
oh yeah,
because like
absolutely.
does it affect your agility at all, or
I
does
mean, I
having
don't got
larger
big ass
breasts
titties.
actually like work as kind of like a I don't know, like a pillow softening thing? I don't know. I wanted to ask that though.
I think I think that I think those girls have problems
Yeah.
and probably puts more weight on them for weight cutting,
Yes.
especially when they're fake.
Yes.
They can't, like, they're not able to cut that weight because they're fake.
Yeah. If you have silicone in there, is that kind of dangerous to your body if you're getting
I'm
heat
sure.
there? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure, like, it has to be. It's poison, right?
Yeah.
Anything that's foreign to your body is poison.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've been curious about that for a while, and I never got a chance to ask anyone. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that you could answer this.
Good question, bro.
Yeah. So if you had to say like a female fighter from even a different organization or within BKFC that you think would be more worthy than Brittney Hart, and you can only pick one, who would you rather be fighting? What do you think about Pro Gonzalez?
Well, I think she's a great fighter. I think she beat Brittney Hart last fight, but I feel you said from any organization, correct?
Yeah, any organization. This includes Top Dog FC or BYB or any of the bare knuckle.
Oh, you mean any bare knuckle?
Yeah, specifically bare knuckle.
Oh, okay.
Like, are you wanting to fight one of the Russian girls from over in Top Dog FC?
Oh,
or?
Yeah, please do come over. Come over, sweetheart. You know what I mean? I'm ready. I'm ready for any of them. You know what I mean? I'm at 125 pounds right now. I want to get this belt, defend it a few times, and move up.
Right.
Because I have a big cut.
Do you prefer to fight women that you respect, or do you prefer to fight women you hate?
I hate everybody in camp.
Fair enough. That's fair enough. So in your entire martial arts career, have you fought like women that you would have already have considered your friends before you even fought them, or have they always been? No. Okay.
Never.
Have you ever had situations where fights have been offered to fight some women that you would consider friends?
I didn't have friends in,
you don't have
in my division. I didn't have friends in my division at the time.
As you may know, Jenny Savage, they put her up against someone who I believe was already considered her friend, Miss Sheena Starr. And they made it a point that she was her friend because it was quite a savage beating Miss Jenny Savage gave Sheena Starr in that fight. And I was wondering if you've ever been put in a situation like that where you had to fight a friend.
Not yet. Not yet.
Everyone's your enemy. I guess it's not really a problem you ever have to think about.
No, that's why I don't like to make friends in my weight class.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to go through that.
Yeah.
I don't hit my friends, dude. You know what I mean? On a regular basis.
Except for who was that? Was that Hank?
Oh, Hank.
Yeah. That was
Hanky Panky.
Clip.
Yeah.
Hank from Planet Hank is quite a character.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
So if I know that you've got a busy day, and but I really want to thank you for coming on here and talking with me a little bit. It's been great. I'd love to have you on after your fight, win or lose.
Yes.
I know you're gonna win though. I'm putting money on it. And I'm
good,
excited to talk to you
man.
about what it was like to punch Brittney in the face again. I'm sure that's going to be a satisfying feeling.
I'm going to punch the fucking shit out of her.
If you could knock a tooth out of her, that would be really cool.
I'm going to knock her fucking jaw off her fucking face. Excuse my language, everybody, but I feel really passionate about this one. This girl gets on my nerves.
Well, yeah, I actually had a lot of respect for her earlier last year, but then the way that she's been mouthing off to you, and I've over time I've started to lose a little bit of respect for her. I still have some respect for her ability to defeat people in the ring, but I'm ready to see you put her down.
Yeah. She reminds me of, is like a Bambi, like the shaky legs. That's how I
Yes.
see her. You know what I'm saying? Like she might, you know what I mean? Like she doesn't see herself like that. She sees herself as King Kong,
Yeah.
but I see her as a Bambi, like
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
Like whatever, we'll see. You know, we'll see what she has.
Yeah.
You know, maybe she got better. I don't know. I don't see it, but maybe she got better. The only thing I see that got better was her attitude. Not better. The only thing I see a change in her is her aggression and her attitude.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gone to shit. So her aggression, let's see if it works for her or works against her. I have a feeling it's going to work against her because most people run from me and they don't let me sit. So
Yeah.
if you're coming at me and I get to sit on my punches, you're fucked. Now, if I have to chase you around, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. I'm still going to beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
But most girls are running from me once they feel me, once they
Yeah.
feel my power. They might sit there for a second, but if you look at my fights, you'll see, except Miss Helen Peralta.
Yeah.
So
Helen Peralta,
I,
she has a lot of respect for you still. She knows that was a close match. That was a difficult fight for her, but that's your only defeat you have, and I think it might be the only defeat you ever have. But
yeah,
she still has a lot of respect for you, and
yeah, I got respect for her too. She's a tough girl. You know, she's never done anything dirty to me. It's all sport with me and her. And if it
yeah,
comes to a personal level, I don't have anything against her.
yeah,
No, she's a competitor of mine. I'm relentless as a competitor. I am cutthroat as a competitor. Personally, I don't have anything against the girl, and I wish her the best. And she just had a fight. Congratulations. But I mean, if we get to fight again, which I hope, because of course I want to redeem that loss.
yeah,
I'm gonna knock her the fuck out,
yeah. That's the rematch
or
we
at
should have
least
had
try.
instead of Britain Hart, I think.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you for having me.
And we will see you later after your fight ends. I'd love to get you back on. So
Okay, perfect.
all right, we'll catch you
All
later.
right, my man.
All
Thank
right.
you.